thing, I want to talk about COVID-19, obviously, because you guys had an episode where D.L. Hughley got sick, and everybody was in studio. So pretty much all of you who were in studio got COVID-19.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. As you know, he went on the road and came back, and he was asymptomatic, so he didn't know. And we have a very small studio. Only his daughter wore a mask. Very smart, by the way. Mm-hmm. And we didn't, because he felt fine. We felt fine. We had been we hadn't been tested, but we had been checking our temperatures and things like that. So we thought everything was okay. He went to Nashville, passed out, and so we all were like, we all have to get tested. And so it turns out, I think maybe 4 of us had it, me being one of them, but I was asymptomatic as well. So had I not been tested, I would have never known that I had it.
Right. Were you surprised when you went in there and they did, this test, and they said that you had COVID-19?
Yes, I was surprised. I was like, wait, I don't feel anything. I'm not sick. I'm not having difficulty breathing. I don't have a fever. My heart rate isn't elevated. I felt completely normal. So I was like, maybe we should retest. Maybe I'm nervous, whatever. But yeah, so I had to quarantine. For me, though, it took about 5 weeks to actually get a negative result. Whereas everyone else, they were able to go back right after the 2 weeks. They came back negative.
Right. Did you have any, did you lose the sense of smell, taste, any of that stuff?
I did lose my sense of smell. I was a little tired, but other than that, it wasn't so tired that it felt uncomfortable. It just felt like I'm more tired than usual. But the sense of smell, me losing that was a little weird.
So what is it like working on the D.L. Hughley show with the funny man? Being a co-host on this show, because you're also you're still on TV. Are we still recording, or did that go away during the?
We did take a little break, but we are back. People ask me that all the time, because I guess everybody's curious what it's like to work with him, because he is funny, but he can also be serious. Mm-hmm. I always tell people it's like going to an amusement park, right? And everyone wants to ride the roller coaster. You know it's going to terrify you. You know that you're going to be scared. But for whatever reason, when it's over, you get right back in line to do it again.
Okay.
So it's a lot like that. It's up, it's down. You just never know which way it's going to go.
Another interesting part people may not know about you, or maybe they do, is that you were adopted.
Yes.
You were in Tennessee. You were born in Tennessee. You were adopted. And you went through this journey at one point in your life of trying to find your birth mother.
Yeah, what's interesting is a lot of people don't know that before DL, I did have a very successful career in radio. I was doing really well. And I was adopted, and for, since I was about 15, I had been trying to find my biological family. And I got a breakthrough when I was working at the radio station in Nashville, and I decided to just leave it all behind. So I walked away from radio. I moved to New York to meet my biological family, because it turns out that's where they were. And I stayed away from radio for about 5 years, but I found them. It was definitely an interesting journey nonetheless. I found out that my family they're Native Americans. They live on a reservation out in Southampton, which I had no idea. Unfortunately, my biological mother passed away the following year. So it was a good thing that I moved to New York when I did, because I got the opportunity to know her. So unfortunately, she's no longer with me, but I'm sure she's looking down on me, and hopefully she's proud.
So now I want to wrap it up with some rapid fire here. All right. So you were born.
Go down, Wisdom.
We're going to, not that kind of rapid fire. We're going to just smile a little bit as we close this out, okay? I'm not going to embarrass you, but the name of the town where you were born?
Ottawa.
Say that again?
Ottawa.
Okay, that's in Tennessee, correct?
Yes.
All right. Where'd you go to college?
MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University.
Okay, and you were in a sorority?
Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, baby.
What number were you on the line, and what's your line name?
Number 6, Reese's.
All right, last thing, golf. Now you're a golf player, because I see you all the time. When you're not on the beach, you got a golf club in your hand.
Isn't that great? You know what's funny is DL taught me how to golf. I would go with him and his friends and watch them play. And, I knew how to swing a bat. So I kept thinking, why can't I swing that club? And so I just got out there. I bought some clubs. I took one lesson and I'm hooked. And so I don't understand the game totally in terms of, don't ask me what my handicap is. All I know is I can play and get either, bogeys the entire time or birdies. I'm that good.
Clearly. Okay. All right. And on that note, I'm going to let you go. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you making time for me.
So much wisdom. I've known you forever, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm proud of your journey as well.
Thank you. Thank you. You know I'm proud of you as well because you're doing it real big out west. I'm holding it down on the East Coast trying, and you're doing it real big out west.
You're doing it, Wisdom. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. All right. Jasmine Sanders, thank you very much.